And thank you for watching today. So today I've got a new book for you. I started reading this one last week. It's called The Mind-Gut Connection by Imran Mayer. He is a doctor and he has been studying this mind-gut connection for over 40 years. So he lives in California, in LA, and he has a lot. I'm only in chapter 3, so this is going to be kind of, hi Tristan. Hi everyone. So he is like I'm only in chapter 3, so already I've learned so much, right? So basically, the mind-gut connection is not like some mythical thing. It is a biological fact. Our mind and gut are constantly communicating with each other. Now, the gut, surprise, surprise, the gut has a brain. Well, it's often referred to as the second brain, right? Because it has its own nervous system called the enteric nervous system, and it has as many nerve cells as the spinal cord. So our gut basically can do its own thing. And what's really cool is that it does kind of survive on its own. But let's back up just a little bit. So yes, our mind and our gut talk to each other. Now, when I was in my 20s, I was a stressed person. I was having stressful 20 stuff, and I had problems with the GI digestion, and so I went to a specialist and they diagnosed me with IBS, and I thought, okay, I have IBS. And come to find out, IBS is one of those things doctors diagnose you with when they can't figure out what's wrong with you. So IBS is a catch-all for, abdominal pain and things going bad with your GI and your digestion. So it's kind of like this catch-all. So if you've been diagnosed with IBS, it's because they can't figure out what's going on with you. Now, it could be so many things, but I have to believe it has to do with your diet, and it has to do with the way you're feeling. But I think what's really important is that your diet can influence how you feel. So let's, for I don't know, long time. we're not going to get into the technical stuff here, but for a very long time, our doctors looked at the body in a certain way, especially when it came to digestion. It's like we eat something, we swallow it, it goes through the stomach into the intestines, and you know how it all comes out. Well, it's a little bit more complex than that. So in our gut, there are these things called microbes. Microbes influence our basic emotions, influence pain, influence if we want to be socially interactive, influence the foods and the meals that we eat. Our microbes are doing this. They simply are, in there telling us things that we sometimes don't listen to. That's the thing, is like, how often do you really listen to what's going on inside your gut? We typically listen to like what's going on inside here, but what about what's going on inside your gut? So, I could go on and on and on about what I've learned so far in the first 2.5 chapters. It's really amazing. For example, in our gut, we have like 1,000 species of bacteria. And in that, there are 7 million genes. And to think of that, and to think about our human genes, these are foreign genes. These are bacteria that are in our gut. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. I never actually thought about that like that. Like, we have foreign genes inside of our gut that are helping us get rid of the bacteria is getting rid of the things that are not good for our bodies. So this is really kind of more of a short thing, more of a short overview, because I'm still learning about this myself, but I wanted to share this with you to kind of get your mind thinking about it. I mean, it's out there on Google. You can search the mind-gut connection. Just a few more things. The gut, it has an immune system. It's where most of our serotonin is stored. And if you know anything about serotonin, it's what helps with our sleep. It helps us with pain. It helps us with well-being. Serotonin is so important, and it is found in our gut. So what can we do to kind of think about our gut health a little bit more? Like, what can we do? And so that's what the chapter I started today, or like last night, what it said was, what we can do is like track. And I've mentioned before in some of my other videos that, tracking your food, just simply tracking what you eat can really be a game changer, because you can kind of see, if you track every little thing that you put in your mouth and you realize, oh, I probably shouldn't have eaten that. Well, this is taking it a step further. This is, okay, you wake up and you eat breakfast. Okay, I'm eating breakfast. This is what I'm eating for breakfast. Okay, well, how do you feel? Where are you emotionally? Now, after you eat, how do you feel physically? Did your breakfast make you feel ill? Did you like, I don't know, like, it just didn't feel good after you ate. So did you have something healthy for breakfast, or did you have something unhealthy for breakfast? When you can look to see what you just ate and to see how it makes you feel inside, you might understand a little bit more about what's not doing you good. It could be causing inflammation. It could be causing all kinds of things. And so tracking what you eat. Now, sometimes you don't even have to do that. You just have to listen. So for me, for example, I love almonds, and almonds are healthy, right? They're healthy little bitty bits of nuts. But if I eat too many almonds, I get an upset stomach. It causes inflammation. And I didn't really realize that was happening to me. I didn't realize that's what it was until, it happened multiple times. And I was like, it's too many almonds. Because there'd be sometimes I'd be sitting at work and I'd be like, I'd open the bag of almonds and I'd be summarizing medical records, and I'd just be eating almonds. You know how people mindlessly eat while they're watching TV? I was mindlessly eating while reading medical records. So after a while, I didn't feel good. And so this happened again and again. I was like, oh my gosh. So I can eat a small number size of almonds, but I cannot eat more than that in like one sitting, or I'll get sick. Another thing that happened to me when I was in my 20s was drinking milk. Now, milk, there's a whole lot going on with milk, but if you have problems after you drink milk, it could be that you are lactose intolerant. Now, the thing is that as we age, humans, we lose the enzyme to break down the lactose, right? We have it when we're babies because we're mammals. We are supposed to get milk when we're kids, when we're young, in order to, grow. That's kind of what is expected, right? Our bodies expect to be fed milk when we are babies, but it goes away. Now, not for everybody, but it does. Now, I made it into my 20s before I realized that milk was upsetting my stomach. So I stopped drinking it. Once I realized that's what it was, I stopped drinking it. And back then, tell Zoe hi, back then, I did not even realize that it was because we didn't have the enzyme to break down the lactose. I just knew that it wasn't doing me any good. It hurt too much. So I stopped drinking it. Now, what's really funny about that is I still could eat cheese and I could still eat ice cream, but for whatever reason, it was the way the milk was made and processed that I could not drink the milk anymore. So, yeah, so the gut is, when we are happy and we're eating, think about all the parties you've gone to and how it feels like you're eating that. And it could be terrible food, right? It could be terrible, terrible food, but you're having such a good time and no problem. Or the next day you might feel it. You drink too much or you eat too much meat or, sorry, or, something like that. And so you may feel it the next day. But during the moment, it feels so good. So when you're eating, your gut is happy and your brain is happy and everything is happy. So, it's just amazing to me. And as I continue to read the book, I'll continue to share with you. But that's where I am today. So our gut, its own nervous system, it's considered the second brain. And yeah, go out there and track your food and how you feel while you're eating, and just the emotion, how you feel emotionally, how you feel physically, were you rushed while you were eating? And you may actually figure out some foods that your body probably just doesn't want or need or can't process, or you'd be better without. All right, so thanks for watching, and I will see you later. All right.